You guys, I literally just filmed this entire video and then realized that I didn't turn on the switch for my microphone, so all my audio was just gone, not there. So this is my second time filming this. Woo! Here we go, round two. Hey guys, it's Abby and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I make travel, fashion, and lifestyle videos, so if you are interested in any one of those categories, then you should definitely hit subscribe so that you can see more of my videos, and it would also make me very happy. Great, now my battery is gonna die. I'm just batting 1,000 today. Be right back. Okay, my battery is charged, my microphone is on, ready to go. I don't even remember what I was saying now, but take it from the top. For those of you that don't know, I was able to cross my top travel location off of my bucket list, and that was Italy this summer. It was a 15-day trip where I hit up 6 different cities, and it was literally the most amazing time. I honestly was living my best life. The best part of this was I planned it all out and paid for it myself. Now, I am not rich. I do not have rich parents that paid for my entire trip. Obviously, I just said that I paid for it myself. But I was able to do this all through a ton of planning and just finding good deals. So many people have told me, Abby, I wish that I could travel like you. I really want to travel, especially to another country, but I just feel like I can't because one, they're either too overwhelmed with the whole process of planning it. They feel like they can't do it. They don't even know where to start. Or two, they feel like they never have enough money or they can never do that. Whenever I first got the thought in my head that I wanted to travel internationally, I had no idea where to start, but I just did like a ton of research and just kind of figured it out. And I honestly wish that I had videos like this to watch with all these tips when I was getting started to kind of have an idea. So that's why I wanted to make these for you, is to help you guys out and realize that it definitely is possible. I know that it's overwhelming, but I'm trying to break it down for you in like every area so that you guys can have an amazing trip as well. My very first tip is to buy ahead of time. I don't know about you guys, but I am literally like the queen of procrastination. I just like leave everything to the last minute and just kind of wing it, and somehow it just happens to like work out for me. But when it comes to traveling, that is not something that you can do. Trust me, traveling is like the one time that I'm actually like put together and do things ahead of time. You definitely cannot wait till the last minute to book your hotel or like book your flights, because you are going to pay for it. Literally, you are going to pay an arm and a leg more than you need to. I normally buy 3 to 4 months in advance. You don't want to be too far out because then they're not going to really have that many deals and it might be expensive as well. When we went to Italy, we took the trains in between cities. So like from Milan to Venice, we took a train ride and I booked these ahead of time as well. And it was like $30 for going on like a 2-hour train ride in a nice train in between these cities. Just for fun, when I was at the train station, I went to like the ticket machine and looked up how much that like journey would be for that same day, and it was like $300. So definitely something that you want to do ahead of time. The main two things that are going to be the most expensive are your flights and the hotels. So first, let's get into the flights. I have so many tips on how to find cheap flights, so I'm just gonna make a whole nother video for you. Stay tuned for that video. But for right now, the main travel websites that I like to use are SkyScanner or Google Flights. I actually prefer SkyScanner to Google Flights, and that is what I use every single time that I look for my flights. Using SkyScanner is really awesome because it takes like a whole bunch of different airlines and you can find the cheapest flights. You could search by month. It's really customizable and really awesome. Like I said, I will jump into like more details in my whole video about this, but that is definitely the way to go to look for flights. Sometimes booking flights with a layover are cheaper than booking non-stop flights. So for instance, when I went to Italy this summer, we wanted to go to Milan first. So if I were to look for a flight from Chicago to Milan, first of all, there were no non-stop. So either way, no matter what, we had to have a layover in some city or some country. So that flight from Chicago to Milan, I don't remember exactly, but let's say it was like $700, $800. Crazy, right? So what I did is I just made my own layover. We flew into London, Chicago to London. Round trip was like, I think $400. And then from London to Milan, guys, it was €9. In US dollars, that converts to $11. I kid you not, I would literally remember like freaking out about it. You can't even drive to another state for that much, but like you could literally fly to another country for that much. So try and fly into a huge airport like London that has a ton of flights going in and out, and then from there you can use like a budget airline like Ryanair to go in between countries. Also, another awesome thing with doing that is you have way more flexibility and like your schedule. So when we went to London, we had like a couple hours that we could actually go outside of the airport into the city to like walk around. It was really nice to spend a couple hours there as well. Now, Ryanair, like I said, it is a budget airline. It is pretty much like the European version of Spirit. When you are going to travel on a budget, you are gonna have to make some compromises in certain areas. For me, I don't really care about flights. Like, I don't care if I'm not taking a first class flight. I would rather spend less money on a flight and then take all that money that I've saved and spend it while I'm in that country on experiences or like amazing food. Another thing that you could do to find cheap flights is to sign up for emails from different travel companies. One of the big ones is Scott's Cheap Flights, and basically what they do is they have a whole team that they are just like dedicated to researching cheap flights. So they'll go on Google Flights or like different travel websites, and sometimes travel companies or airlines make a mistake with their fare price. So like instead of this flight being $800, they accidentally like type in $400. So as soon as that happens, that team jumps on that, types it up in an email, and is like, hey, you could fly to Bali for $300 instead of $2,000. So you could do Scott's Cheap Flights, or you could do like Expedia. If you're a member, sometimes they will give you like travel deals like 50% off of this, or they'll just give you different coupons or perks for being a member. Another thing that you can use is Groupon Getaways, and most of this time they have like a whole entire package deal. So it's like an entire trip planned out for you. It'll be like the airfare, the hotel, and different stuff like that for a lump sum price. I got an email the other day, I will read it to you, for a trip to Italy. It was an 8-day trip exploring Sorrento and Rome with round-trip air, car rental, hotels, and daily breakfast for, get this guys, $500. Literally so insane. I don't know how they can even do that and like still make money. I sent it to my sister and I was like, bro, we should go. Like, you can't even find a round-trip flight for $500, let alone like all this stuff. That is definitely something that I would look into, because that is an awesome way to save a ton of money and it has everything planned out for you. Another big tip is to travel off season. Peak tourist month or peak traveling months is typically during the summer. So from like June to August. You do not want to travel during this time because one, it's going to be overcrowded with like a ton of people. Lines are going to be so much longer. Not only that, everything is going to be way more expensive because travel companies, hotels, everyone knows that most people want to travel during their summer break. So the price for flights is going to be way higher. Price for hotels is going to be way higher, and you're going to have a smaller selection because so many other people are trying to go to that place during those dates. The very best time to travel when things are the cheapest is between November to March. My favorite time to travel is like mid-May. For the past 2 trips that I've gone on, this is when I went, and I found that it works really great. Prices are still cheap, there's not a ton of tourists around, and it's nice weather. So now that we covered flights, the second major area is accommodations, so where you're gonna stay. I personally love using Airbnb. It is the way to go. In Italy, we used Airbnb the entire time and we had the best experiences. I'll put some pictures here. The places we stayed at were literally amazing. The best part is they were like $30 a night, which is literally so insane. There's no way that you can find a hotel for that cheap. And it's much better because most times on Airbnb you can get like an entire apartment. Definitely book through Airbnb. It's cheaper, they're cuter, and it just like really gives you the cultural experience. I'm gonna be making a whole nother video on how to use Airbnb, so keep your eye out for that as well. Now, if you don't want to stay in an Airbnb, if you prefer staying in a hotel, then the website I like to use is goseek.com. I definitely recommend signing up as like a member through emails. It's completely free, you don't have to pay anything, but it just like unlocks some more deals for you. It takes deals from a ton of different travel websites like Expedia or hotels.com or cheap tickets. It takes all of those deals and puts them into a search for you, and then most times it gives you a coupon code and then it brings you directly to that hotel's website. Another thing that I like is because once you have that coupon code, then you can search and like look for other hotels that may not have popped up on goseek.com, and then you just apply that coupon code and boom, discount. Another thing that you could do is to use hostels. Hostels are when you have like a huge room with like a bunch of bunk beds and you just share it with like other other people. Definitely super cheap. I personally have never used a hostel before. I've looked into them and I just don't think that it's something that I want to do, just because I'm like very particular when it comes to where I stay. Like I said, I don't care about having a crappy flight, but like I want to have a nice place to stay that I feel comfortable in and it's like my own space. I've had a couple different friends that have used hostels and they said that they have the best experience through it. They love it. They meet like a ton of people and save a ton of money. So like I said, it all just comes down to personal preference, but that is definitely something to keep in mind. If you're a girl and you feel uncomfortable like staying in a hostel, I'm pretty sure they have all girl hostels. Oh, also another thing with hostels is I think that you have to like share a bathroom. So that's something that I don't really want to do as well, but like I said, if you really want to save money, that's something to look into. Another tip that I have is to try and travel with other people, because then you can split the cost of where you're staying. I always travel with my sister and it brings it down a lot more. Super awesome and just way more fun when you travel with other people. My last tip is for when it comes to food. The first thing that you can do is grocery shop if you are able. If you stay in a big city, you're gonna have a grocery store near you. You can always buy your snacks there or drinks there or get stuff to make your own breakfast or lunch or dinner. So that definitely is a huge way that you can save money, just like when you're at home. Instead of going out to eat at restaurants, when you cook at home, you save a ton of money. My second tip is to bring an empty water bottle with you. This is what I like to use, this like stainless steel water bottle, and I think it's awesome because it's lightweight, it keeps your drink cold, it has this awesome screw top so like it's not gonna leak in your bag, and it's reusable, which is awesome. When we went to Italy and ate at restaurants, you had to pay for water because some places just don't give you water for free. With our water bottles, we were able to fill that up either at the hotel, or when we went to restaurants, if we did get water, we would just put the rest of it in here, carry it around when we were traveling, or use it like for dinner that night. Also, like I said, if you're near a grocery store, buy a gallon of water and then you can fill up your water bottle there. I don't know about you guys, but I drink a ton of water per day, and especially when you're traveling and walking around a lot, you're gonna want to stay hydrated. So that is a huge money saving tip for me. My last tip for saving money on food is if you don't want to cook while you're on vacation, because most people just want to relax, my favorite way to find inexpensive restaurants is to use either TripAdvisor, Yelp, or just using Apple Maps or Google Maps and just like searching for restaurants near you. You can read all the reviews and then most times it gives you pricing, or you can just go straight to that website and it shows you the menu with the pricing. Those are all of my tips that I have. I really hope some of these helped you out in some way. Traveling is my passion and I want you guys all to experience how amazing it is. So if this can help you in any way to travel, then it will be worth it. The only trip you'll regret is the one that you never take. If you're worried about like, oh, I don't know if it'll be worth it, just take the plunge, go on that trip. You will have the most amazing time, trust me. The money will always come back, but if you miss out on that experience, you'll never get that back. Even if you come back from a trip and you're completely broke, okay, just go back to work and earn that money back, but you'll have that amazing life-changing experience that you'll never forget. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Make sure that you're subscribed to see the rest of the videos in this travel series. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I still have like a ton of pictures to post from Italy. So if you guys missed out while I was in Italy, you can just look at the pictures that I'm posting now. Also, I just put out my Italy travel video, so it was all the highlights from our trip, and like I said, it was the most amazing time. I will have that link down below. Go check it out. I think that's all that I have to say, so I'm gonna rest my voice because I did a lot of talking, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!